All right. Hello, everyone. This is John Kitchens, my coach. Hey, John.
What's up? How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Doing wonderful.
So, I know all the people that listen to the Real Estate Fight Club podcast hear me talk about you all the time. And so, I want to make sure to bring you on and show them what a great coach you are. But you had sent in your newsletter that you do, the latest one was about, it was called like What's Stopping You. But as I was reading it, it reminded me a lot of the conversation about complacency. So like it's hard for us Midwesterners to talk about complacency because
Yeah,
everything is like just enough, like it's
yeah,
fine, it's enough. I have enough.
yeah. It was one of the things that used to drive us crazy with our team all the time. It's like, why is this agent like taking their foot off the gas and
Right.
not living up to their potential?
Right.
And what we uncovered was that there's a financial threshold that most humans will fight for,
Okay.
and they will not be complacent. They will not
Right.
stop.
They are fighting.
And so what just comes from a human instinct is that once basic human needs are met, and basic financial needs are met, then that's where people will tend to
Well,
breathe.
yeah, because like that's what you're trying to get to, right? Like,
Yeah.
and for a lot of us, like this past year has, maybe been our best year here, like in Ohio, and we were like a protected class almost. Like we didn't have to stop working. Like we were
Right.
working a lot, and so it's like, okay, now that we made enough money, we bought, the house that we wanted or whatever. It's like, okay, but we know it's not like it's not enough, but we
Yeah.
know that like you said, we haven't lived to our full potential. So like what do
Right.
we do? Like
Yeah.
how do we
So
stay in hunger?
yeah, I think the thing then has to become, what is that bigger purpose? What is that
Hmm.
bigger vision that you have for your life and for your business?
Yeah.
And so if you really push out further than that, and you have a new known destination that you're striving for,
Yeah.
then that will allow you to keep pushing. But what happens is that, we put the pressure on ourselves to meet a financial target. And
Hmm.
once that target is met, we don't reset the target. And so then that leads us into a spiral of complacency. And if you believe you're either growing or you're dying, then
Right.
what's complacency?
Right.
And so
Yeah.
how do you keep that pressure on in a good way, right? And
Hmm.
it's either gonna burst your pipes, or it's gonna turn into a diamond. And I would
Right.
rather it turn into a
I
diamond,
know,
right? With the
right?
right pressure. And so you've got to know where it is that you're going at all times. And once you reach that destination, you immediately have to reset the destination. If not, then you will get into that
But
spiral.
I think too, like that's the importance of like having a coach. And that's one of the things that like you helped me with, because I would think in general, if people know me, they would say that I'm a big thinker. But like it was like, okay, so I had these goals and it was like, okay, I accomplished those. Like now what? And I was like, is this it? And you were asking questions, and I know I had this vision for this, like, and I love traveling. So it's like, how can I link like real estate and traveling? And it was
Mhm.
like something that was right in front of me the entire time. But it's like having a coach, like you, it's like, okay, do you see that? Like, do you see what's right in front of
Yeah.
you? And you're like, oh my God, it's like been there, but you can't see it,
No.
without the
Yeah.
help.
Yeah. It's so easy to be right in front, but like what we always fight for is like, what do we want this to be? And it's like,
Yeah.
don't fight it. Find what is going to serve you,
Right.
and how do you want to design it? Right. That's the thing about
Well, and then
business
it's like once you
design.
figure that out, it's like I want to say lighter, like effortless, like if for me it feels like I'm dancing into the future rather than like clawing, I
Yeah.
guess.
Well, it's the motivation, right?
Yeah.
And so motivation comes from within. Nobody can motivate us. People can inspire us,
Yeah.
but it's that internal motivation. So when you find and you design something for your life in purpose that's going to serve you,
Hmm.
that's that internal motivation to where it becomes fun, and
Yeah.
it's something that you love,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
And so that's what we're always looking for. And that's where, a lot of people fight up against it. But when you start
Why
to think
is
back
that?
about,
And I think it is that mindset of like, well, like you said, like I have everything that like I need, but it's like, okay, well, is this what you were meant to do? And I don't want to get like too woo-woo-y, but it's like, it's absolutely not. Like,
Yeah. You
you're thinking
you
too
said it
small.
though. Yeah, you said it, right? It's circumstance and it's environment.
Yeah.
So when you position a coach into your circumstance, into your environment,
Hmm.
or somebody that's in your inner circle that's
Yeah.
going to challenge your
Yeah.
thinking,
Right.
then that's where it happens, because so many people, they're just in the wrong environment. They
Yeah.
have the wrong support staff, they have the wrong
Right.
people around them that
Right.
are not challenging them to think bigger, that are
Hmm.
not challenging to understand that this is a life by design. You can
Yes.
design it to be whatever the hell you want it to be.
I know, but
And
that's the scary part though, is like, how do you know? Like, anyway, yeah, we could go down this rabbit hole, but I got this magnet the other day, and it's by this cute local company that does like 3D printing. I get tons of earrings from them. They have this magnet and it says, do epic shit. And I was like, you know what? Why the hell not? Do
why
epic
not?
shit.
Why not?
Why not?
Why
But I
not?
think like having that coach, like you said, you inserting a coach like into your circumstance, if you don't, even if you have people around you that are supporting you, still having that coach, like that third party in there, for me, it's allowed me, like, you're pulling my dreams out of me, right? Like,
Right.
it's like, oh, I can do that. Oh, I can do that. And it's not because like I could do it before, but it just never, I don't know. I think you get to where you're going faster when you have a
Yeah.
coach,
Yeah,
right?
I posted a conversation out in when we were out at EXPCon last week in Vegas, and it was just something I was reflecting on, just because the prior week being in a circumstance with people, and we want to surround ourselves with people that tell us what we need to hear, not always
Yeah,
what we want to hear.
right.
But we also need those people to shine the light, but we also need those people to lift us up.
Yes.
And so it's real interesting
Yeah.
dynamic when you can find that, those type of people. And it's so important. Circumstance and environment drive everything,
Yeah.
because that leads to our thinking, and then
Yeah.
our thinking leads to what we believe.
Hmm.
And then from there, it's how we feel, it's how we
Yeah.
behave, and
Yep.
then those are the results that we get.
Yeah,
And
like where you are today is exactly the
exactly.
results of what you've been doing and the
Yeah.
choices that you've made. So if you're
Yeah.
not, I don't know anyone that's like, you know what, I have maxed out my potential.
Right.
I know zero people that say that.
Zero.
Zero people. I don't
Yeah.
know, but as part of our podcast and your partnership with Real Estate Fight Club, you're offering like a free 30-minute business assessment. And we always joke, like, it really only takes you 5 minutes to be like, don't you see that right there in front of you? But
Yeah.
like, you'll give them 30.
Yeah.
So if they go to callcoachkitchens.com and enter in Fight Club, they'll get
Yeah.
that. They can set a time with you. But if they want to get your newsletters, kind of be in your world, where are other ways to get in touch with you?
We've got something that we're going to be rolling out at the first of the year, and it's called Coach Code. And so
Okay.
they can go over to coachcode.com and, get on the list for what's coming. And there's some options there of what's most important to them that they can click on. And that's going to be the best way to get into the circle, get into,
Nice.
the content and the communication coming back to them. So I
Cool.
would say, hey, maybe if you're not ready for a coach just yet, head over to coachcode.com, get on the list, and get access to all the information and everything that we throw everybody's way.
Cool. Well, I appreciate
Cool.
you being on. Thank
Yeah,
you.
thank you.
See ya.